Hello everyone. In today's class, we'll be talking about Roman numerals. Roman numerals. We have numbers like I represents 1, okay? And we have V represent 5. We have X to represent 10, okay? So we have Z to represent 100. We have P to represent 500. We have M to represent 1000. And we have L to represent 50, okay? So these are standard numbers in our Roman numerals. So in our Roman numerals, we have 1, I to be 1, V to be 5, X to be 10, C to be 100, D to be 500, M to be 1000, and L to be 50. So how can we now write from our numbers, okay, to Roman numerals, and how do we write from Roman numerals back to numbers? So let us explore that this morning. So to write numbers from numerals or from Roman to numerals, how do we do that? How do we convert numbers from Roman to numerals? Let's say I have I. We all know that I stand for 1. Okay. So if I have I in 3 places, okay, let's say I have something like this. I in 3 places here represent 3. We all know that, okay, because I stand for 1. If I have LXV, okay, so when we look at this, we can separate this. L represents 50, okay, plus X stand for 10, and V stand for 5. So why are you adding? You are adding because you are moving from the big to small, from the big numbers to small number, okay? So when you are moving from the big to small number, you have to do your addition, okay? So when I say L is 50, which is a big number, X followed by 10, followed by V, okay? So I'm moving, you are descending, okay? So when you add up this, you have, this should be 65, okay? So when you have number like, we have C, C, X, X, okay? So we can separate this, we have this as C is 100, we have C to be 100, okay? X to be 10, we have another X to be 10, okay? So when we add this one, we have 100 plus 100 is 200, plus 100 to 10 plus this, we have it to be 220. So let's look at this illustration where we are moving from the small to the big. So let's say we have XLVI, okay? Now when we look at this, you can group it. We have X, we have L, we have V, we have I, okay? So let us take this as XL, okay? So for XL, you can discover that you are moving from a small number to a big number. Okay, this you are moving from a big to the small, so you are adding. So when you are moving from the small to big, you subtract. Okay, so from small to big, we are subtracting. So how do we do that? So for XL, instead of saying X is 10, L is 50, okay? But we cannot say 10 minus 50, we know that is minus 40, which is not possible. Okay, so what we still have to consider is we subtract 10 from 50. So by saying 50 minus 10, okay? So when you say 50 minus 10, that gives you 40. So that means XL is 40, okay? So when you look at VI, so you are moving from a big number to a small number. From big to small, you are adding. So this was like saying plus 5 plus 1, okay? You are adding. So by the time you do that, you have 40 plus 5 is 45, plus 1 is 46. So that means that writing XLVI to numbers, you have it as 46. In another case, we can have numbers in Roman, we can have numbers and we have to write it back to Roman. So let's say we have 7, okay? So when we look at this 37, I can write this in multiples of 10, okay? 30, so that's saying 10 plus 10 plus 10, 7 plus 5 plus 2, okay? So using this standard, so 10 is represented as X, 5 is represented as V, and 2, of course, I can break it down to 1, 1. Okay, so for x to be 10 to the x, so I have 3 of these. Okay, so for my 5, which is v, I have to be v. I have my 2, I have this to be I. So x is 37 to Roman, I have to be xxx v I. Okay, if I have numbers like 285, how do I write this? So for 200, okay, using the standard 100, so I can break it down into 100 plus 100, that is 200, 85, 80, so I can work with 50, which is L, and add 30 to it to have 80, so I can say plus L, which is 50, so plus 30, let's say 10 plus 10 plus 10, that is 30, and 5 to be V plus 5, okay? So if I'm to write this in Roman numeral, I have 100 to represent C, so I have C, that is 200. So for 80, I have it to be 50 plus 30, that is XXX, okay? So 50, 80, so this is 280. For my 5, I have to be V, okay? So you have taken it from a number to Roman numerals. So if I have higher number like 3,000, 2,425, so how do I write this? So for 2,000, I'm working with 1,000, which is M. I can 1,000 plus 1,000, that gives me 2,000. So this is 400. So for 400, I have it as 500 minus 100, that gives me 400. Okay, so which implies CD. Okay, you are subtracting 100 from 500, that is 4, that gives you 400. So I have this to be, let's say I have this in bracket, 500 minus 100, which is 400. Okay, so plus 20, which is 10 plus 10 plus my 5 is this. So if I'm to write this, I have 2,000, that is MM, okay, that is 2,000. This is 400, okay, so that is CD, 25, XX, which is 10, 10, and I have get to be 5. So these are to take from numbers to Roman numerals.